guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pashpika, the channel where we make content about designing, tutorials, everything about designing. In today's video, we will going to make a cute star design pattern in the Photoshop. It would be a kind of like a seamless. So without further ado, let's get straight without. Before go park, consider clicking like button, guys. I do share that if you want more such video future, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon. Whenever I'm gonna upload new videos, you're gonna get notified about it. Also guys, keep one thing in mind, there are so many ways in which you can make a star pattern in Photoshop, and there are so many softwares out there. This is just one of the method to actually make a one that I'm gonna be showing you in a second. So keep that thing in mind. And also guys, if you are interested in free stuffs like the free graphics freebies, that I have my website www.globocreative.com. The link is in description box below, which you can click on that. You can download the free graphics and free stuffs. If you are a creative person looking forward to make money online, then I have other channel where I talk a lot about making money online as a creative person, as an artist. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box below. Make sure you check it out. Without further ado, let's get straight into today's tutorial. Okay guys, currently we are in the Photoshop. You can very well open up the Photoshop on your desktop, and I'm gonna be going over to the file, click over to the new option. I'm gonna pick up a new canvas. You can pick up whatever size of the canvas you want. You can choose the format, whether in the pixels or inches. It all depends on you. But I'm gonna keep it as 400 by 400 pixels, 72 resolution, RGB color mode. Background content could be, you can choose a color, or I'm gonna keep it as a white only. Once you're done with that, simply click OK, and you're boom with the new white canvas, 400 by 400 pixels. Now I'm gonna be going over to the option, and I'm gonna be importing some graphics over here. I'm gonna be importing my star shape graphic, which I made for myself. So very well, I'm gonna click over to the place option, and we're going to bring that file. Okay guys, I've selected my graphic. This is star shape. This is a watercolor star that I made for myself. You can very well your own custom shapes and graphics, or you can use the custom shape tools in the Photoshop. It all depends on you which one you want to go. So I'm gonna bring more stars from my desktop, the same graphic. You can very well choose a different one if you're interested in that. So I'm gonna pick up again this one. I'm gonna resize it, and actually going to do this process multiple different times until I actually fill my entire canvas with these stars, so that I can create a pattern and convert into a pattern. So I'm gonna keep on repeating this process. Click over to the place, go over to the file option, then click over to the place, selecting the particular graphic, and then I'm gonna be resizing and realigning them on my canvas. I'm gonna repeat that process until I'm done with the covering the entire canvas with this particular blue star. So I'm just gonna quickly do that. You could see a lot of the different stars we have already placed. So I'm gonna repeat the process until I'm actually done with that. You can increase the size of the stars. You could have a different sizes of the stars, like some are bigger, some are smaller, and some are kind of like in between the two, and you could just play around with the idea. This is just one of the way to make this particular pattern. Obviously there are so many ways, and you could have a beautiful graphics or different color star as well, not just keeping a single color as a blue, but I'm keeping as a single color over here. So yeah, I'm just gonna repeat the process, and you can see a lot of the different layers on the right hand side panel of the layers panel on the Photoshop. We will going to merge them later on down the road once we are done with our arrangement of the stars on the white canvas. So I'll just gonna quickly repeat the process. You can see guys, some of the stars I've actually chosen for the small size, and some are kind of like a bigger. I've actually increased and decreased the size of the star that I want on my canvas, because I'm kind of like having some of the bigger in size and smaller in sizes, kind of like a pattern, that kind of pattern I want. You can obviously keep the same sizes for all the stars, or you could change the sizes and you could have a different sizes, different colors, because ultimately it depends on you how you want your end pattern to actually look like. And I want my end pattern to have a kind of like a different shape and sizes of the star. Like shape is the same but the sizes are different. So you could see we have almost about to cover with our canvas. A few more last stars are left, which I'm gonna do it, and then we will going to be able to finish up with our pattern, because that's all about the repeating the process and bringing the more graphics or the textures, or whichever one you are creating a pattern from. So you could see a little bit more white spaces there in between on the upper right hand side, which I'm gonna fill up quickly, and then we will going to quickly proceed towards. And so this time I think I'm gonna keep the size a little bit smaller or bigger. We'll see, because I see that the space is not that big. So you could see that it's actually touching the below star. So I'm gonna keep its size a little bit smaller so that it can come in the space which we have on the canvas. It's all about just adjusting the sizes of the stars or sizes of the different graphics that you're placing on your pattern, because somewhere you need a smaller, somewhere you need a larger, depending on how much white space you have. Now you could see here I'm actually going to decrease a little bit of this particular star, and then we're going to rearrange on this particular canvas. And now I think I need a more star because I can see a white spaces somewhere in between, but there I have to keep the star size as small because the spaces are smaller. That's what the case is. So I'm just going to decrease the size, and you could see I'm actually keeping it very small so that it can comes in between the two stars because the space is not that huge there. So I can see I need more because I can see a little bit of the space on the right hand side on this particular corner, which I'm going to keep this particular star. You can quickly see there. So I'm going to decrease the size and I'm going to keep it over here. Okay. Now you could see we have filled this particular white space. And I think that the size and shape is fine, but I could see space a little bit on the left hand side where I'm gonna use keep more blue star over there because I could see that these I could see the white space there. So I'm gonna decrease the star size because the space is not that huge over here, and so I'm gonna quickly bring it over in this particular space. And I think I need one more star to go because that would be the last star of our pattern. So I'm gonna quickly do that. So here we are. We can see our blue stars have actually filled the space of the white canvas. Once you're done with satisfied with that, you can see a lot of the different layers. So I'm gonna select all the layers and I'm gonna merge all these layers on the right hand side panel of my Photoshop and group them into one layer. So we have merged the layers. Now what you could do differently over here, I'm gonna use the offset filter because we are going to defining this pattern and converting into the pattern on the Photoshop. So I'm using an offset filter option over here. You could see the horizontal and vertical. You could very well adjust according to it. Okay guys, I'm gonna keep the offset filters parameter as this. You can very well keep it your own way, ±1, and you can see how it's done. Once it's done, simply click OK. Now you need to go over to the option that is a define pattern. So we were going to define the pattern. You could name your pattern according to it. Since it's a blue star, so I'm gonna name it as a blue star watercolor pattern. That's what I'm gonna name it as, and I'm gonna simply click OK. So we have actually saved our pattern and defined our pattern. Now we need to test our patterns. I'm gonna choose a new white canvas. I'm gonna click over to the file, choose a new, and this time I'm gonna increase my canvas size from 400 pixels to maybe 1000 pixels so that I can very well test my pattern over here. The same thing you could do, you could choose a bigger file canvas, size of the canvas over here, and then you can test your pattern over here. So here we are with a new one. I'm gonna go over to the fill option, over to the edit menu, and then I'm gonna select over the pattern over here, select the pattern from here, and then click over to the drop down menu over here, the custom patterns, and select your pattern from that and simply click OK. And boom! We have made our pattern. Now you could see a little bit of white spaces in the different pattern because of that particular pattern that we have made. So in this way you could very well test it. Then you could very well simply save your file, and you could use this file as a JPEG or PNG. It all depends on you. You could name your file formats and simply click OK and done. Hopefully you find this tutorial useful. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you want more such tutorial? I would really love to hear from you. Any video requests are welcome. Thank you so much for doing in today's tutorial. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye guys.